I'm going to back up just a smidge because holy moly, my forehead feels really large with y'all. Welcome on 4th of July. I know people are busy, so I wasn't thinking that many people would be wanting to join on this Timeout Tuesday, but I'm happy that y'all did. It's good to see you. I have two separate devices going and things are a little bit wonky right now. I don't see anybody. Okay, there we go. It's coming. Facebook was actually first this time, which is pretty wild. And I didn't realize I pushed things a little bit to the limit today of like time wise of getting things done. And then I showered. I know I showered to sit back out here in the heat with y'all, but I didn't get done until like right before 7. And I came out and opened the computer and I realized that Lex was logged into the computer. And I had to log him out and everything, all of our logins, history, everything is gone. So I had to like redo everything to be able to be here with y'all. But I'm so happy to hang out with y'all tonight. Okay, because it's Tuesday and it's Timeout Tuesday and it's July 4th. We're doing something a little bit different tonight. My drink is actually, this is a frozen lemonade. This is not concentrate. This is like, oh, I forgot a spoon. I'm gonna have to make Lester. Come help me with that. Okay. So I read that you can take whipped vodka and lemonade or frozen pineapple and make something delicious. So I thought, this sounds good, right? Like this sounds very 4th of July-ish. My issue is that I only brought a straw and not a spoon. So I'm going to need some help from Lester. And I want him to join me tonight because it's a family holiday, y'all. So he's coming. I've invited him and he's going to hopefully is watching and is going to bring me a spoon to be able to do this. Because right now there's no room and I'm going to have to make a fool of myself and like lick it on camera and be all weird. And nobody wants to see that. No one wants to see that. But happy 4th to y'all. I hope that y'all are spending some time with family. Oh my gosh, I just saw somebody who says, Jamie, I got a friend request for you and I haven't accepted yet. Please don't accept any friend requests. So there's a page that says From Suits to Boots, all in capital letters. It also says that you've won a prize and all you have to do is respond to this. Don't respond to it. Just block them. My page can't send friend requests, first of all. So that is spam. And I have reported that left and right, but now they've blocked me. So that's fun. But we don't do giveaways. We don't do contests, and anything that looks like us is not it. It can't send friend requests. Hey, babe.
Hello.
What's your friend with you?
The friend in my pocket?
Yeah.
You want the right pocket or the left pocket? Because in this pocket, I got a spoon.
Oh, you brought 2 spoons.
I didn't know if you wanted a little spoon or a big spoon.
I'll take the little. But I'm nervous about what's in your other pocket.
Oh, this pocket over here, hey. I know you're going to love this one. I brought Mr. Predicto. Mr. Predicto. He's always a lot of fun. Mr. Predicto. Hello, are we going to have a great time tonight?
Definitely, yes.
Oh, that's a win. Do people want me to be a part of this live? Do people actually want to hear me?
Everything points to no.
Turn him off. Turn him off.
So what happened was I cleaned out the camper. And found Mr. Predicto. And Lester was like, I've been looking everywhere for this. And I was like, no one is going to be excited that you found Mr. Predicto. Oh, you brought a cocktail. Come on in.
My other friend is someone that I really have to introduce you all to because Jamie's mom, her mother, before you get mean to me, this is her mother's doings. I hope your mom is watching. Yes, her mom introduced me to a fellow named Jim Bean Vanilla. And so your mom, every afternoon, tell everyone, every afternoon your mom sits down for a cocktail.
Got a lot of ice in there, sport.
So, yes. And so your mom is like you. She goes through different kinds of drinks. But one that she thought that I would like would be Jim Beam Vanilla. Jim Beam Vanilla
Beam.
with Dr. Pepper. Huh?
Beam.
Oh, am I saying Bean?
Yeah.
Oh, Jim Bean, Jim Beam, whoever. And then so I tried it once and I actually liked it. And so now every afternoon at 7:30, whenever Jamie sits down to have a drink, I always go grab my Jim Beam Vanilla and Dr. Pepper.
Smell this before you put
And
that in your
that
mouth.
is my drink of choice. No, that's like fire.
It's not fire. It smells whipped. Anyway, this is what we're doing tonight. We're going frozen lemonade with just a smidge of this. I ate 1 spoonful to make room. It's gonna slosh around. It's 100 degrees still out here, so this is gonna melt in no time.
It's hot.
It's gonna be fabulous, and we're gonna eat it right out of the container. Yeah.
Are we
getting
going to do
special.
one of those
Yeah.
little things? There you go.
Cheers.
To a
Hold on,
Timeout
wait, you gotta-
Tuesday. Cheers.
you gotta cheers to everyone else.
Tuesday. Everybody,
Cheers.
cheers.
The Timeout Tuesday.
Mm.
All right, so let's try
Did
this.
you already say Happy July 4th?
I did, but
Okay.
maybe not everybody heard us, and they didn't hear it from you.
Well, Happy July 4th. I actually went live today on Facebook just for a few minutes, and I said Happy July 4th to everybody.
I gotta be real. You gotta try that.
Mm,
You know it's good.
yeah, it's really good.
It's really, really good. Like, this might be the best drink I've ever made.
That's good. Yeah, that's really good. But I taste more of the lemon than I do the whatever.
I didn't put very much vodka in
No.
it.
Okay. that's
Just
pretty good.
enough,
That's
but
good.
it's really good.
Mm.
You shouldn't have to like it. Just gives it a nice little.
Yeah.
Highly recommend the frozen lemonade and the whipped vodka. Big high.
Yeah. So I know I was only invited because it's a gift and goodie opening, and she wants someone to pick up all the trash when it's done. I already know how that works.
Time the heck out. Every gift and goodies that we have ever done, and by say we, together or not together, you want to know who picks up the trash?
That's not true. The goats normally dispose of it for us. Kidding.
And you want to know who else like finds?
You do find places for all of the neat ornaments and decorations to go.
Yeah.
You make room in the drawer for my extra t-shirts that I receive.
Thank you.
But look, we cannot fabricate anything about who has to pick up all the trash. That is me. You've picked up maybe things that have blown around. Anyway.
I remember a time when we did gift and goodies on the porch, and it was a disaster in Plum Grove.
Jamie, don't make me get out the master to tell everyone the real truth here. Mr. Predicto, does Lester pick up trash after a gift and goodies?
That is a likely outcome.
Thank you, Mr. Predicto. You're always on point. Guys, you can't make this stuff up, but she can. Yeah, she can. Anyway, a lot of folks were asking about this ice. Jamie bought us 2 ice makers, one for inside the apartment and one for the bar. We actually bought that with her company money, but don't tell anybody. Whenever they hosted their little event over here.
You could rent one or buy one, and buying one was the same cost.
So anyway, it's a really neat, it's kind of like Sonic ice. If you know about Sonic Drive-In, they have a very special soft ice. It makes soft ice, and it doesn't hook up to any kind of special water filter. You just put water in one side,
Yeah, there's a tank.
and it creates ice in the other. And it's amazing. And you can fill up probably 4 of these is about how many ice things it fills up before, but it remakes ice constantly.
Very quickly.
And then as ice melts down, it returns to the tank to refreeze it again. So you never run out of ice.
Yeah, it's a really cool
You have to
machine.
refill the water on occasion, but it's amazing ice. It's just perfect.
It makes me drink more water, believe it or not. That sounds really stupid. Like, Jamie, why wouldn't you just drink water? I don't know. I don't enjoy drinking just water, but I do in that ice, and I will drink all the water. It makes it really cold, really fast, and then to be able to eat the ice afterwards.
Yeah, I chew ice also. I don't know if it's kind of a nervous thing, but I know that I think that I heard one time that a lot of pregnant women will chew ice. And I think they even give it to women when they're in labor.
Well, yeah, because you're thirsty and you can't eat anything during that time.
Well, anyway, so yeah, I don't do it for that reason. I just like to eat ice. And so
Because you don't do it because you're pregnant.
Yeah, and so not only will I finish that drink off, but I will also eat that ice, probably right here, because there's probably 30 packages to be opened.
Mm-hmm.
And why are we wasting time by sitting there eating ice cream and talking about ice?
I also forgot a box cutter.
I'm on it.
So here's the thing. There are a lot of gifts and goodies here. We stopped doing gifts and goodies probably the beginning of the pandemic. It just didn't feel right while people were struggling and going through a lot for us to be celebrating so much. And then Lester has done some here and there. And what has happened now is I had been opening them individually and sending some messages if I could find the person, that type of thing. But when Dixie passed, there were quite a few things that were sent during that time. And I was saving them to do a gift and goodies video, but I also was struggling to find the power, the mental power, the emotional power to do it. So instead, I invited this guy to help me along this part because, you know, it's probably going to be a little bit emotional, and there's a mix of many other things in this. And since we both have just been pretty busy, dog rescues and just work around the farm, I thought, you know what, it's 4th of July and it's a family night, and some people are going to be busy. Some people are going to be wanting to go watch fireworks, and some people are going to be maybe not busy. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to open up packages tonight and kind of talk our way through. So I hope that you'll stick around, and wanted to just kind of talk as we do this. Let's see here. Now, full disclosure, some of them already have been opened out of the original packaging. If they came to the sanctuary, to the actual sanctuary and not to me, Bennett does open those. So he left them in the secondary packaging for me, and we'll go through those too. This first one comes from a lady named Diane in Avon, Indiana. Oh boy, what'd you bring out?
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and answer this question real fast. People saying, what is the name of the ice machine? It is a GE, and that's how it looks right there. This is the water on one side, and it sits right on the side of it, and then it creates ice there in the larger compartment. But it's GE, and it says GE Profile. I don't know if that's the name of the actual. You take a screenshot if you want to have that kind of ice maker. But we're not sponsored by them.
No.
But I wouldn't mind. I mean, how many ice makers does someone need, though? So we already have 2. I think that we're good.
Yeah. So this lady sends me a very long letter, and it says I typed it because I have arthritis in my fingers. And she also sent, this is really cool, she sent flamingo drink stirs, and they are adorable.
Let's try one.
Stir.
Look at that.
That's cute.
No. You hear what I just now heard?
I do. Fireworks.
That was the first of the fireworks that I've heard since
here.
We heard they were going crazy last night at I'm a Survivor, though.
Yeah. So it says, I truly enjoy your talks and the way you share your love of those wonderful animals. It's sad when the end comes for some, and I guess it makes us appreciate the time we have with our loved ones, be they human or fur or feather. And she goes on to tell her story about her loss, and I'm not going to read the whole letter here, but I just want to say thanks, Diane, for thinking of me in the time of Dixie's passing, and for sending the sweet flamingos. We will stir. I will stir. You know, she sent that because she's probably watching mine every Tuesday, stick my finger in and
oh no, and you
stir
do that,
around.
Stir with your finger.
Yeah, it's a really horrible thing.
I think that the most beautiful part of that gift is when people share their story, because it's like with the Maggie story. I didn't realize how many people had a Maggie. And so whereas, Dixie was what everyone calls is your spirit animal, the one that you connected to and had long, deep conversations with, the ones that allowed you to open up about yourself and stuff. I think a lot of people at some point in life find themselves with an animal, be it a dog or a cat or a bird or whatever else. And it becomes a special bond between, you and that particular animal. And so we've all lost animals. Everyone here has lost a pet. But as hard as it is to say, the loss of every pet is not felt the same.
No, it hits differently.
It hits differently. And that's sad to say, because you look around at all these amazing animals that you love and you care for every single day. I hear a frog, and that's not good because we don't like frogs here. But it hits differently, and you feel the loss of some more than others.
Yes.
And I know that you felt Dixie. You still do feel Dixie. It's kind of the same way. And I believe that forever. Just there's not going to come a time in your life when something's not going to bring you back to a moment. I know that I sat in this morning while I tried to sleep, and you woke up before I did and put on the July 4th video, and I put Dixie in there a couple of times. So I heard you over there sobbing on what I thought was a really cute video.
I know.
And you're sitting there crying over my July 4th video. And I'm thinking, well, number one, I'm trying to sleep. And then number two, you're crying over a July 4th video.
The worst part, I watched it with no sound because I knew he was trying to sleep. And I don't know. But in the feels.
Yeah. And then I believe it or not, as I was reading comments, a lot of folks got emotional over the video. Not all because of Dixie, but there was also some pictures and videos of Maggie.
Yeah.
And there were other animals who we've lost along the way. But yeah, I think that that's great that she actually took the time to share her particular story.
I can't wait to read it. You have a packet. That white one is yours.
Oh, I got one too.
You have several up here.
Oh boy.
I kind of took everything and put it together. Sorry. I thought it was a good time to spend some time together.
Are we going to go one and one back and forth, or how do you want to do this?
Whatever.
Okay.
Let's see what you get.
Well, oh my God.
And this is why, so that I can laugh and cry and roll with it.
What does this say? Okay. These. So I'm reading the little, sometimes they don't always allow you to, but sometimes Amazon will allow you to include a little note. And it says, these absorb and wick away an insane amount of sweat. You can cover your head or bunch it up like a sweatband. It changed my life when I discovered these. This is from Paula. Paula, thank you. I am going to try it on right now. And I'm not going to lie. I thought that was a big bow. When I first saw that, I'm like, that's like a big bow.
I thought it was underwear.
Like a cute little girl would put in their hair, or a school teacher, because they're both the same. You know that, right? School teachers dress like little girls, but just grown up versions of them. You know that. School teachers all have big old giant earrings that have the ABCs on them, and they always put bows in. You do know this. Anyway,
I just have never thought it was called out that. I just never.
You never paid attention to it? Next time that you go to your little grandkid or to your child's school, look at your elementary school teachers and see if they don't look like little kids all dressed up. So I thought that was
I really thought that was underwear. I don't know why.
Jamie, your mind is always somewhere it should not be, like the gutter. Anyway, I have no idea anything about what I'm about to do here, which is usual, which is common. So I'll pass this on to you.
Okay.
And I will put this cute little bow in my head. It didn't keep the bow shape though. So now I feel a little bit like Karate Kid. I feel a little bit like Miyagi-Do maybe. Or Danielson. Maybe I feel a little bit like Danielson. Okay, so this over here can help control the sweat. I can see that how it could stop the sweat from running down your face. Now, what I got to do is look around and find out how all the cool guys are wearing theirs. Are they completely covering their head and putting a little name up front? Are they coming down real low, like kind of like prison style, like over their eyes, like prisoner, like from the prison?
Turn your head sideways.
No one cares about that. They only care about this. This is what they care about right here. That's what.
Please turn your head fully sideways for them to see what's happening right now.
I'm embarrassed.
You look like an uncircumcised.
Well,
anyway,
this is pirate style. This is pirate.
Okay, it's better when it's all the way down, but when it was anyway.
Yeah. So bottom line is
that's pretty cool, though.
I think that some folks might even would do this.
Well, think about that. That'd be great for when you weed eat.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's really wonderful for when you weed
like
eat.
for to stop breathing in all the particles and stuff. Yeah, I've seen guys wear these. I've always thought, what the hell? But now I have my own, and it would cover my neck, and this is great. So, Paula, Thank you.
Paula, it's awesome, and I'm super glad it's not underwear.
Can I just wear this the rest of the night? Would you mind if I just stay like this? Would this be okay? Paula, Jamie,
Sure.
can I just keep this on?
I got one of the most beautiful pictures of this is Dixie and Voodoo. It says blessed, June of 2023. This is from that video where they were out grooming each other. It's like just a powerful moment, probably one of the most incredible moments that I've ever seen since we started this. And to capture it on video and to stand there and experience it and to replay it, it's just powerful. And I don't know who sent this, but thank you, because this is perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Now, there were a ton of folks who said it before Rick Gore said it, but when horses show that type of behavior towards each other, it's a very high form of respect, and it is, in essence, a way of saying your goodbyes. I mean, now I'm going to get emotional, but we witnessed Voodoo, I can't say his name, the black and white horse, along with Dixie, doing that with each other on a few occasions. But what was crazy to me is that even though whenever times were good and they weren't, there was no one who was sick, they would sometimes be like little buttholes to each other.
Yes.
And, sometimes the boys would gang up on, the mare and wouldn't always give her space in the fan or the misting fan or whatever we had set up, or let her eat. And they would kind of push her away and get, boys being boys. But I'll tell you what, when we first delivered Bucky's and Voodoo to Longhorn Lester's, and Dixie came out of the woods and a full sprint.
She hadn't ran like that in so long, and she hauled it over to them and met them at the fence line right there at the bridge. And
if anyone ever looks at that picture and you just freeze that moment, it is the saddest and most humane picture of all time, because Voodoo, you could see the breakdown in his face of, she's sick. I didn't know she was sick. I had no idea she was sick. And Voodoo was still trying to be that person who, when we've all been there. You meet someone who's sick, you didn't know they were sick, and you're trying to be a comforting person to talk to make them feel better. And Bucky's couldn't even look. Bucky's like he looked away like, oh my God, she's sick. And so they knew. And of course, Dixie was just so happy to see him and eventually to say her goodbyes. And we all know that there was a whole lot of bonding that happened between those two, the black and white horse and Dixie, over the last month, that made it possible for Beverly to integrate so easily and seamlessly with them. And who would have known that Voodoo, from the little butthole that he was over at the other property, could have turned around to be the biggest help in her, leaving this world and traveling on to the next.
I feel like it was those moments where he went from being, I'm going to cry.
It's okay. You can cry.
You went from being a boy to a man in those moments.
From being a boy to a man.
And it was powerful to watch, and it's been powerful ever since. There's been a change in him that's very different, and it was very grown up and just an evolution of him.
Yeah. We have witnessed some really amazing moments that we could talk about all day, but unfortunately, if you don't have video moments of those things, no one's ever going to get the full impact of the beauty that we've been able to witness. I don't know how an animal behaviorist or behavioral scientist would break it all down and what they would say. But you know what? I call BS on most of what they would probably say, because we've seen with our own eyes just an amazing sense of intelligence and compassion and empathy and sympathy, and you name it. You fill in the word, the adjective that describes them. We've seen the best of these babies.
It's the truth.
When they needed it the most, especially.
Very true. Can you grab that one up top?
I see it.
That's to you and me. I think it's heavy.
This one here?
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Okay. Okay. So this one is to you and I sliced it open earlier, thinking that
Just in time for July 4th.
Ella just got barbecue. I have not gotten as far into it to see who this is from, but I hope to.
So there's a
Jennifer
lot.
from Jennifer Thompson, it says on here.
So Jennifer sent you all kinds of stuff. Mine's going to be a little bit simpler, I think.
Okay.
It says, enjoy your gift. These are both for Jamie. Once again, someone puts Lester on the envelope just so I'll open it, but it's for Jamie. Well, I will put it right back in the envelope and let you open it.
She sent me some really neat craft things.
That is so mean.
And okay, there's 2
I'm
bags
kidding.
in here
Stop
that I think that we need to open.
All right, let me help you.
Oh, that says Steph on it.
Oh, it's for Stephanie?
This one says Steph.
Oh, Lord.
That's awesome. Thank you, Miss. Oh wait, here's a card. Here's a card. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh, I have 2 cards. Lester, maybe you could just call him Boo.
Boo.
I've been calling him Boo. I've been calling him Voodoo. I won't.
So I actually think that in the actual video, it's not a big of a deal. In the title, it's affecting us big time. In the title or the description.
So it says, Jamie, I wanted to send you a few things for you and Lester. Hope you like them and enjoy if you use, and if not, please play them forward. You won't hurt my feelings. Also, you're an inspiration to me and so many others. You bring so much to this world. You're sincere, kind, funny, intelligent. Is she talking about you?
Sincere, kind, intelligent. That would not be about me. That's not mine.
I watch your videos. I'm a double dipper and all of Lester's. And I again double dip. Keep doing what you're doing. You're both killing it in a good way. Also, please give Stephanie her bag if you didn't mind, because I don't know her address. Look. Hi, Lester.
Oh, hi. Who's it from?
This is from Jennifer.
Jennifer,
Jen.
thank you.
Thank you, Miss Jen. This is really neat.
Here you go. Open that one that has my name on
All
it. Just pull it right on out
this
of there.
said to Lester, and it's really to me.
Gertrude. It's from Gertrude.
Aww. Does Gertrude know that we named our swan after her?
Here, they're both for you. She made sure to say these are both for Jamie.
This is
And
really
there's nothing
sweet.
else in this package.
These are horse bracelets, and oh my goodness, this is a needlepoint, and it says welcome, and it's a cow, which I can't open all the way.
You want to try or not? You're scared.
I'm scared of some parts.
Oh, it's one of
fall
those
out.
Highlands.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We could not have one of those here. We would not, if we put our poor dogs through this kind of heat, because they're amazing dogs.
I can tell you
Talking
we need
about
a bigger
Millie and Fiona.
Yeah, we would need a bigger fan by
Mhm.
far. Thanks, Miss Gertrude, and I'm sorry that your namesake here at the farm is a goose fountain. Sorry.
That's right. You did name that goose fountain, Gertrude.
Yeah,
Now this over here, once again, says Lester Morrow. Read it so everyone knows I'm not lying.
it does say Lester Morrow.
So here, do you know the mistake that I made? The reason why there's so many Lester Morrow packages?
You're gonna laugh when you see one of those packages.
Oh,
up there.
no. So I made the mistake of saying on a video that since your name is on all of the Amazon and the Chewy deliveries, we just have Ben open all of the Jamie packages, and then he puts them on the porch. He knows what things go to the barn, what things go to Jamie, and then but everything Lester Morrow, since I'm not listed on any of that kind of stuff, it just all stays in packages. So I open it myself. And so I think that people read that and they're like, wait a minute, I don't want Ben opening my package. I want Jamie to open it. But how do I get Jamie to open it if it says, if Ben's opening Jamie's packages? And so now they're saying Lester Morrow, even though they're for Jamie. So that was an example right there from Miss Gertrude.
She's very thoughtful.
Yes.
Thank you, Miss Gertrude.
Oh, gee, Jamie, look at this. If this does not look like another bow, tell me I'm not going to get 2 of the exact same thing. Hold that.
On. Is there a thingy?
I'm going to read it if there is. Oh, gosh. Holy Jesus, Jamie. I am going to be set up so good for the next.
Yeah.
Is this from the same lady?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is from the exact same sender. She made sure that she wanted to send me one in camouflage. And there's one in some Texas-y colors. Is it okay if I say Texas-y?
Yeah.
I mean, it could be United States. You know, Texas and the United States share the same colors. Yeah, I'm hearing fireworks off in the distance, everybody.
Sorry, y'all just had to look at my belly button there.
I wonder what it says.
It looks Texas-y.
Oh, it does. It says the Lone Star State.
That's pretty cool.
So I had a little mini history lesson in one of my videos about why they call us the Lone Star State. And a lot of folks didn't believe that. But there was a time in Texas history when we were our very own republic. We were our very own country. Did you know that? I know I told you this before.
You told me.
Isn't that crazy that Texas was its very own country? We had won our independence from Mexico, and a very large portion of the United States, which consists of all of Texas, all up through New Mexico, all the way up around through California, that was known as Tejas or Texas. And we were our very own republic for like 25 or 30 years until guess who? The French began to start picking on us. And they're like, you know what? We can take those suckers. Now, we could beat Mexico, but the French were not going to be so easy. And so guess what we had to do? Ask for help. And so we did. We asked for help from the United States, and they aided and supported us. And the French ended up just saying, you know what? Fine. You can. Yeah. And so we ended up, and because of that agreement, that collaboration, we ended up becoming one of the stars. So we still keep our single star to remind us of our history, the Republic of Texas. But now we are a part of the United States. Isn't that a great lesson?
It is a great lesson.
It's really neat. Not many folks know that.
So the next two things that came are, I'll call them victims of the way that we had things open at the farm. They're beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and both obviously in memory of Dixie. And we have been talking.
Jamie, there's a fly on this. Look at the. If that doesn't represent, if that's not Texas right now.
Have you talked about what we intend to name that pasture out there?
Go ahead.
So the new pasture, the one that used to be the woods, where Dixie spent a lot of her time, especially at the end, and where she was cremated. I'm gonna cry.
Oh, baby, you're having a rough go.
So we intend to call that Dixieland.
The entire pasture. We were calling one loafing shed Dixieland, but we realized that was only a short period of time. We built it for Dixie, but it ended up being taken over by Tex, and
it wasn't she got too sick to spend her time on that side of the pasture.
Yeah. So all of this pasture, this brand new large 8-acre pasture, is all going to be known as Dixieland, and it will forever be. So we're excited about that.
So I want to set up a special memorial place that will serve as our memorial garden here overall, but all of these really special things will go into the memorial garden once we get that put together. So thank you to who sent these two beautiful things.
So just so you guys know, that was where Dixie was also cremated, all right here on this side of the property. And so it all kind of is just really symbolic of that's where Dixie spent. That was when she pulled off the other larger pasture. This is where she spent all of her time, over in the Dixieland pastures. If anyone's curious about which acres that is, if you watch the video of where she runs up to the truck, she's running out of the woods of Dixieland. Of course, we have those woods all cleared out now, and so we're going to eventually have grass growing. There's going to be a beautiful pasture named for Dixie, and that's where we're going to eventually put all of our horses and ponies. They'll all be a part of Dixieland.
Yeah,
it's going to be beautiful and very fitting. You know, down at the driveway, some folks may not realize this, we only show our main gate, pretty much our main entrance. But you do know that we also have two side pastures, and that we don't have automatic openers.
No.
But we do have two beautiful gates that swing open into the large 10-acre pasture. And that's one that we use for a lot of our deliveries, our service drive, if you will. But we also have two more that open up and swing open for Dixieland. And so it's going to be really neat. I think that would be a great place to have that sign, Dixieland.
Yep,
All right,
exactly.
which one do you want, love?
That's your, yeah, do that one.
It says Lester and Jamie, but how much you want to bet it's really for Jamie?
I don't think so.
They put my name on it so Ben doesn't open it. But
Please don't hurt yourself.
I'm going to try not to. No one wants to cut themselves open. There you go. Well, I'm just going to use my fingers and rip it. Okay, Jamie Cakes, I will let you hold that. I will look for the gift receipt or the gift card if there is one. I don't see anything.
There's a letter.
Woo, there's a letter. It's
Oh
a
my
doozy.
God. Read that first line.
Lester, I've enlarged the lettering in case you don't have your People are so mean to me.
I don't think that's mean. I think that's thoughtful as heck.
No, it is thoughtful, but Jamie, what have I become? What's become of me?
I think
Lester,
it's amazing.
Lester, I've enlarged the lettering in case you don't have your glasses to help you read this. The struggle is real, man. Trust me, I know. Jamie, I've not laughed that hard in a bit. This is from Kathleen, and Kathleen is from Kansas. Kathleen, I love you.
Thoughtful.
Kathleen, I'm going to read the letter now. No, I'm guessing that this means that she's okay for me to read it.
Yeah.
You don't always know.
Well, she made it big enough for you.
Okay. I saw this picture on Facebook, and it made me smile. It gave me a warm feeling in my heart. I just see how much love and adoration passing between you both that I just had to print and frame and then send it to you. I've been watching your channel since Lester saved one of Maggie's puppies. That was a CPR video. I remember when you first got your pig Trudy, then Pig Newton, our sweet girl Journey. I cried so hard when she passed. You both were the first thing I watch in the mornings to help set my day off in a positive way, and the last thing I watch before bed. Hopefully to have happy dreams. I admire all of you for your this is great for the, and she put in quote, for the characters on our farm, because we always refer to all of our babies as different characters and how they play a role like in a novel or a chapter book. You always such hard workers, and that's what keeps your farm so beautiful. When I finally saw you two enjoying much earned vacation, I too could feel the tension being lifted. I hope you can take more adventures away from the farm and share the fun with us. I don't know if we'll be able to do that or not. Jamie travels pretty regular for business, and there's times when she can invite me to go with her when I can stay in the hotel. I can't go to her conferences and whatnot. But I don't think that we can. We're not in a place right now to do that, really. Not with the heat of the summer.
It's hard in the summer and winter.
Because listen, and then right now, a lot of folks may not realize this, but our grass is becoming such that I'm having to feed twice a day here at the Longhorn Lester property to the birds and to the bigs. So it's we're also having to water them down midday to cool them off, horses and birds. And so right now, man, it would be impossible to leave. Jamie has to go for work. I have to stay for stuff. I'm going to read the rest of this a little bit later, if that's okay. It's lengthy, but let me show real fast the picture that she sent.
That's the picture that she sent.
What vacation getaway was it? That was Xander's. That was when we went to see Xander for his graduation from his college. Yeah, I look like a total weirdo.
You don't look like a weirdo.
No, you dressed me that night, and I feel like I look like a weirdo. I think
you look handsome.
And I'll tell you how I feel like I look. Like the chicken leg. I feel like one of those bodybuilders who has a big old upper body and little chicken legs down below. And I feel like a chicken man, just like chicken. That's how I look in that picture. Hold that picture up again and say if it's not true. That I am the typical bodybuilder who has a nice big upper body torso and tiny little chicken legs down below. And the way you dressed me in skinny jeans, when she puts on my skinny jeans, I look like a chicken man. Jamie, it's true, and you know it. I don't know what everyone's saying over here.
I love this picture of us.
I feel like I'm the chicken leg man.
And I think it's really thoughtful, and I think that you should read those last two paragraphs.
How did you read those that fast?
You talk a lot, Morrow.
Okay, I will read these. A little background about me. I just turned 73 on May the 13th. That's my birthday. I moved from the Washington, D.C. area to Kansas 26 years ago after raising 3 children, a girl and 2 boys. My youngest passed away in 2020 at the age of 46. I have 4 grandchildren, but only see one of them whom I have raised. He's now 22 and working towards being a registered nurse. I have had animals all my life: dogs, cats, turtles, birds. I once even had an alligator named Seymour. My mother made me take it to the exotic pet shop because she grew tired of taking him out of the bathtub and he no longer fit in the bathroom sink. Wow. I was about 10 years old at the time. Nope, he never bit me. So now I just have 3 cats. They are my family and I love them so very much. I know all of this appears trivial to you since you have such full lives. I used to have an active life, lots of friends, an exciting job. But when getting older, being so beat up from life, one tends to seek peace and quiet somewhere away from all the drama. If I could afford it, I would travel, but that's not in my stars, so I immerse myself in your farm channel and your creative projects. I also do knitting, sewing, and gardening. That's what I do. I sew, I garden, I pet my cats, and I know things.
I love that phrase. I love that.
Not as exciting as what you two have, but it's better than the alternative. I feel like I just got emotional.
I know. That's why I told you to keep reading it, because I feel like this is a really special letter.
That is a very special letter. Kathleen was her name, am I right? Kathleen, I'm not going to continue reading now because I can just feel the emotions welling up inside of me. But you say that it's not in your stars, but what you're doing is very fulfilling. I just kind of think to myself about the people, the son, the grandson who you did raise, and the kittens and cats that you love and pet, and the sewing things that you do, and the projects. And oh my Lord, here's
I'm telling you, you have to read this letter. Finish reading this letter.
I'm going to read it. Listen, I'm going to read it. Well, I'm not going to make this into a book. I just wanted to send the picture, and I hope that every time you both look at it, especially in the heat of the moment, it'll remind you both to remember love. With the craziness in this world, watching your channels give me hope that there is still love and caring in this messed up world. It helps bring me back to the sanity of happiness which prevails beyond the frustrations of life. Thank you again for all that you do. Note to Lester. You have done a phenomenal job in building that cattle bridge.
I told you to read it.
You should be very proud of yourself. Also, I was bragging about your channel to someone, and I showed him a brief view of a video, and he commented that you are such a young fellow. I told him you just turned 50, and he said he thought you were in your 30s. Wow, he hasn't looked very good up. He hasn't looked at me close enough, has he? He's not had a close-up view at all.
Young.
It must be all that fence and bridge building that keeps you so fit and young looking. Well, Kathleen, thank you so much for the compliment. Now there's a note to Jamie. Jamie, I'm so impressed with your gardens. I love gardening, and I have 10 small flower gardens around my house. Your gardens are thriving and so beautiful. I'm excited to see how your greenhouse will develop. I know it'll be beautiful too. You've got a knack for this stuff, girl. Thank you for letting me share a little of myself with you. I do hope you enjoy the pictures. Bless you both, and I'll keep seeing you on Facebook and YouTube.
Aww.
And so she did include a couple of pictures of her gardens. She has mini gardens, little mini areas that she likes to beautify and upkeep. That was
it's a really good letter.
So I will just say real fast, and I'll let you get back to your life, that it's things like that I've said this so many times that validate who we are and what we do. A lot of people can look at social media as a way to make a ton of money really fast and really easy. And I don't know exactly how people can turn around to make that validate who you are, but it's from people who share their life experiences and the things that they get from your channel that makes us go out to again tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And we work so hard, and I speak for both of us because I know Jimmy feels the same way. We work so hard to try to reproduce something that's going to be meaningful. And I'm sorry that I'm emotional, but we take this so darn serious, and I could give a rat's ass less about the amount of money that a video makes. I mean, we got to pay bills, so you do, I guess, care, but you don't. In the whole scheme of things, what's more important is what people say in the comments. Help me, help me,
No,
help me.
it's right. It's 100% true. It's the
The way that it touches you, the way that it helps you get past one moment, a rough spot in your day, or
I think that one of the things
oh,
that Lester
thank God, I'm good, I'm fine. Keep going. Thank you, Kathleen. This is great.
Oh,
Paula,
yeah. Way to
yeah,
be, Paula. I think that for us, it's about
I am so sorry.
the way that people feel, and it's things that we feel when working with the animals, and the blessings that they bring to us, and the therapy that is in the work that we do, and the therapy in sharing it as well. I don't think either one of us felt that by paying the blessing of the animals forward. I didn't think that we either of us expected that to bring us so much joy, like to for us to be able to share moments and events that happen, like the voodoo and Dixie moment, or like Tex coming to his new pasture, or a baby being born, like that. Not everybody gets to experience that firsthand, and to be able to share those moments and show truly these animals' personalities and the way that they react, and how Mother Nature is just a powerful thing, and the things that are in these DNA codes of these animals, how they can truly connect with your soul. We felt it ourselves, but to try to share that with others is a blessing. So thank you. Are you okay now?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry that happened to me. Um, I'm not able to put into words exactly how much it means to me to receive letters like that, or messages, or even some of the comments. I'm seeing them now, and people are starting to do the same thing. They're trying to mess with me. Stop messing with me. Stop saying stuff like that. But it's really sweet things, and it's powerful things, and it does give you, so it empowers you, and it pushes you, and it drives you. And I know that when I used to teach school, um, what a reward it would be when your boss would come by and tell you good job on whatever. She may have walked by and saw your kids well behaved. She may have saw the kids in the lunchroom on their best manners. She may have come by and walked into your classroom and saw you doing a great lesson, and just the positive message that she would leave, the little sticky note on your desk or in your box in the mail room, would it would kind of encourage you to keep going. And so every single day when we get little things like that, it's like, hey, keep going, because you helped somebody today. And so, for as many people that may like kind of be mean to us and hate us, guess what? Kathleen doesn't. Kathleen's looking forward to her next video. So we kind of like work for the Kathleens of the world, if I can say it that way. And it's not just the Kathleens, but it's the anybody who needs something, animal therapy, right? It's like animal therapy, and we're blessed to be here every day around it. I'm so sorry. I messed up your entire life.
I don't. You didn't
Go
mess
ahead.
up my life. This one's to Lester.
Oh, shit, fire. I can't take no more, man. I can't take it anymore.
It's gonna be a long live tonight. I'm sorry. We got a lot of packages to
I
go.
can't take it anymore. This is not really probably for Lester. This is that same thing.
I don't
It
think
says
so.
Lester, but really it's for somebody else.
No, this one just came
They
this
just
week.
don't want Ben to open it. Poor Ben. He's on vacation this week, by the way. Oh my gosh, Jamie, I'm so sorry. I really messed with you.
Right here,
tonight. No, that's not it.
Babe, it's right here. I'm
Babe.
watching it be connected.
Listen to me. I'm telling you. Oh.
Oh, this one is definitely for you.
Well, it says private. Oh my God. So these are private, okay? Private messages. So I will not be opening these. I will say that I don't guess the contents are private,
I don't think the content is private.
but the messages are private. How do we know? Oh my gosh, what in the world have I got here? Jamie?
It's a Dr. Pepper shirt.
It is a Dr. Pepper shirt. Dr.
And-
Pepper has exploded. What?
Dr. Pepper socks.
Wow, what a way to change the mood. I've gone from feeling blue to feeling
Gold.
yeah. Dr. Pepper socks. And look at this shirt.
I love that shirt.
Is that not the king himself? Is that not the Burger King? That's what he would wear. He would be wearing that along with this little king mask and everything else. I can't wait to read the letter. I don't know why you said private. Probably because she wanted to avoid any of this nonsense.
She didn't want to be the one.
She didn't want to be the one. Oh, Jamie, look at this. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that gorgeous? So that has been carved out of, I'm not going to say ivory. It's not ivory,
No,
obviously,
stone.
but it is some kind of granite, some kind of very heavy stone, and it is the bull. And this is absolutely beautiful.
That's awesome.
It made it through the mail without being broken or cracked. Now, of course, she did make sure she packed it right. Thank you so very much. Jamie, look at his little ding-a-ling hanging down right there. Isn't that something? Not a lot of folks would do everything bull related.
All the things that you talk about in the video about how another woman can identify, or another female heifer can identify a bull. Well, he came equipped. That's just all I'm going to say. With all the parts. Anatomically correct stone bull.
Which means it was made in Mexico. Because an American car, an American, I'm just going to say this, and I'm sorry if you're offended, but most of the world would do it the way it's supposed to be done. But here in the United States, I guarantee you, they would have been like, oh, no, we're not going to put a penis, because he might not identify as a bull. He might want to identify as
my God.
or something else. But no, this over here identifies as a bull. And that right there shows you he has no qualms with who he is. Now, Jamie, I'm not going to read the private letter, but I do want to find out who it's from.
Her name is Mary.
Her name is Mary. So, Mary, thank you so very much. I will promise you that I'll be wearing that Dr. Pepper shirt as soon as I take a shower and clean myself up. I will not put it on the way I am right now.
Oh, boy.
Thank you, Miss Mary.
Okay. Jamie, you and Sweet Dixie hold memories tight. I don't get to watch often, but follow all the clan of the Morrows. Or Denise. And look. That's one of my most favorite pictures. You know when that is, right? Oh, look at the dress. I'm wearing the same dress today. That's when we brought her here. That was whenever we got here. First time to Longhorn Lester's.
Yeah, these folks are really messing with us. So I'm just going to tell the fella named Richard, stop being an asshole. Go somewhere else. Get a life. That's all I'm going to say.
Go with that red box right there.
A red box.
Not that one.
Okay.
One below it.
Right here.
Yeah.
Oh. Ugh.
I think. For some reason, I thought this went to both of us. Oh, wait a minute. This is not to me. Those are not for me.
Why would they be for me? Unless it's from like a sponsorship of some sort. So sometimes we get things.
I don't know then.
So let me just explain what's going on over here. This is so as a talk about the channel real fast. How sometimes you get people send you products and they want you to like showcase.
They want you to show them, yeah. And
so I don't always say that we will agree to. I don't know if I like these or not. But I will say thank you for sending them. And I don't know what brand they are, but they know that we sometimes do things. And so it's a rubber boot. And I'm guessing it's my size. How would they know my size?
I don't know.
Can you see the bottom and see what it says?
It's a 12.
It is a 12. So that is my size. But I don't know. So thank you so very much. I guess I'll just say the brand so people can know the brand. I'll actually show it over here. Hisea? Is that called Hisea?
It looks like Hisense.
Hisense? Hisea. Hisea. And so if somebody wants to look those up and see what their website looks like to kind of see if they're anything that you'd want to shop at, that's fine. I'm not going to put them on right now because this is a gift and goodies focused more on the Jamie stuff than anything else.
So,
High Say is a really great boot, someone says.
I see.
Oh, High C. Oh, it's called High C. Okay, High C.
Huh.
I can see that. High C. Okay, High C. I think these might be the kind that can roll down on the top if you don't want to have such a high boot. They're an awesome rain boot. They'll come in very handy this winter. And okay, thank you.
So someone sent this, and it got open. Megan and Ellie handed it to me. I have no idea who someone is. There's
Are
no.
you okay if I make like another drink real fast?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
So I don't know who sent this, but oh boy, I almost dropped the drawer. It is a beautiful jewelry box with a horse running across the front, and thank you. Like, thank you so much. It opens at the top and has a mirror inside of it, and it was incredibly thoughtful and kind, and I don't know who sent it, and just thank you for this one. Look out, Stella, hold on a second. Okay. Oh, sorry, Trix. Okay, here is something else that got opened, and it came like this to me. And I don't even know if it's for me or for Lester or what, but it got put on our stack at the sanctuary. So we're going to open it right here.
I am so sorry that I got emotional on
Stop
your
being
live.
sorry. I'm happy I'm not the only one crying.
Whew.
That's why I invited you.
You're a pretty crier, though. I'm an ugly crier.
No, I'm an ugly crier. And I have new makeup that is not sticking to my face very well. And I've been melting in my own videos every day. And it's embarrassing because I don't realize it until I go back to edit it. And then the content is important and I can't delete out my face.
Huh.
So I've been a wreck on the last week of videos. I've literally been melting on camera. And today, in crying, I'm sure it's the same. This is a crazy amount of bubble wrap.
Well, they did not want that to get messed up in transport.
Very much so. Somebody said we're all crying, Lester.
Thank you. Thank you for crying along with us.
Sometimes you just need a good cry. And that sounds really silly, but I think that every once in a while you get emotions that are built up and you just kind of need to let loose. And believe it or not, I used to walk in the pasture with Dixie during those times. And I never started out with like, I need to tell Dixie XYZ. It was just like, I needed to go for a walk with Dixie. And then all of my thoughts would just vomit out right there. And sometimes I would do it on camera and sometimes I wouldn't.
Crying is cleansing, someone says.
I think it is cleansing. This is the hardest
Thank you, Deborah.
package I think I've ever opened in my life.
Teresa says she's crying along with us. I hope she's not at work.
No.
Is Teresa a door greeter?
No, I don't think so.
No. I hope that Teresa's not crying at work.
Oh boy. Okay.
You want me to open it? Jamie's being very cautious because she doesn't know if she wants to read this on camera or not because she's afraid she's going to have a breakdown like I did.
You're going to have to read it.
No. We ain't doing that.
You're going to have to read it.
No, we're not. No, if I can break down, then you can break down. Break down.
Okay. I can't do it. You have to do it.
No, I'm not. I'll let you compose yourself if you want to, but I think it's you owe it to Dixie. This is a letter from Dixie. It says, "Hi, Mom," is how it starts off. It's from Dixie. If you don't mind, take that picture. Take that, and I will hold the picture while you read it.
It says, "Hi, Mom. Sorry I went behind your back and asked Judy to do something for me. She's the one who did placemats and coasters and such a few years ago. Judy did it for me because she knows that you're the best 2- and 4-legged mom in the world with a heart of gold. The way that you have the heart of taking care of us and even go down to the gas station to look for other 4-legged babies that need your help and Dad's help. You know, Judy is a Northeasterner from Maine who moved to South Carolina, and she said that you are 1 in a million. Well, in this picture, in this picture, you see me in the pasture, and I'm with you. I'm leaning over the fence with you in your boots on a clear, crisp night with all the stars out and the moon shining down on you and I. It shows your blondish hair and me with the same on my coat. Mom, I gotta go and go grazing around the field, and I hope you like this picture and put it somewhere in your new place. Love, Dixie.
There's a famous painting that sells for millions of dollars of a young lady and her horse. It's one of those that has been passed around and exchanged. And we got an email from someone that says they can't help it. From they see that painting, they think about you and Dixie. So it's kind of cute. The little girl wearing boots just like that one right over there. That might be that. Well, I'm guessing that's not the exact same one, but
Wow.
that was sweet.
Okay, those 3 boxes are
Okay.
packages.
3 boxes. Here's one. You want to get them?
I think I ordered this one.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh, my.
Did you read this one?
Show that. Hold on. What does the name over here say?
It says Jamie.
It says Jamie over here?
Yeah.
And then over here it says what?
Gift to be opened by Jamie.
Wow.
AKA Ben Don't Touch.
Ben, you know what we'll do? Listen, let me just go ahead and say this. We will tell Ben, if this is going to be a problem, we will tell Ben to stop opening Jamie packages. I think
did already.
I think that Ben knows what's chewy, and Ben knows what is a feed type bag. Well, so don't let that mess with you guys anymore. Mine says fragile, handle with care. I'm being real careful. I'm just gonna hug it. I'm gonna hug it until it's time, along with my bull with big testicles.
God's gift of time. We all need a time to grieve, quiet time for reflection, to sift through memories and come to grips with what has happened. We all need time for tears, not for the one who is now at peace in heaven, but for ourselves as we realize that things will never be the same. We all need time to just be, and we can open ourselves and let his reassurance of his everlasting love start to heal our broken hearts. Love, Chandra. And she wrote a personal letter in there that I won't read. She sent me a bag with some horseshoes on it. And oh my gosh, Lester, it's a very expensive bag.
That's beautiful.
Thank you so very much. This is incredible.
The famous painting I'm referring to is a little red-haired girl kissing the nose of her big gray horse in a field.
Really?
So
I've never seen
when
it.
you have time, you can look it up later. Thank you, Cinnamon, for letting us know about that. I had forgotten exactly how they titled that, but that's exactly what it is. All right, one of them comes to Lester Morrow. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Are you seeing this? Look at the title. Lester Morrow for Dixie, aka this is for Jamie.
No, it says Lester Morrow.
I'll open it, but we already know it's going to be for you, Jamie. So everyone knows, and I think Jamie already talked about it, that we don't ask for gifts and goodies. We don't. We love you, and we are blessed to have you just taking the time. Jamie says it all the time. Time is the most valuable gift that you can give us. Time to watch a video, time to comment on a video.
Just time that we're on your brain. Like the mental time that you take to think about one of our animals or about us. When Lester hurt his shoulder, the amount of people that took the time to just send a message and ask how he was, or thoughts on how to heal it or to work through it and that type of thing. Like, time is an incredible, invaluable gift, and to give it to us is just incredible.
So I was correct. These are not for me. One is for Kim. One is for Jamie. Here you go. So,
I don't know if I should be opening it.
Well, I mean, you can open the one that says for you. It's for you.
Well, I meant like Cherie.
Yeah.
Oh. It's a pair of earrings. Oh, with several pair of earrings. That's really pretty. Really pretty. Thank you. Did you read this already?
That says for Kim.
Oh no, this. It says, Lester and Jamie, my daughter and I wanted to make something to help remember Dixie. We've watched you for a while before Dixie got sick. Lester, I love your video as well as Jamie's, and it saddened me when you had to put her down. Everything included what is in the envelopes is handmade. Thank you for making me smile when watching your videos. Please make sure Kim gets her envelope. That's really pretty. That lights up.
Huh?
That lights up. There's a
How?
button. Hold on.
It says in memory of Dixie.
Oh, I don't know how to turn it on. It's on this thing somewhere.
I have never seen anything like this.
Like that. That's really sweet and special. And that comes from Diane and Nina.
And Diane actually put Lester on there. So
Yeah.
it really was to Lester.
Well, she knew
Diane,
that you loved
I'm
her
sorry.
too.
I was thinking it was one of those that comes to Jamie that just had my name, so I would open it for Jamie. That's
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Thank you, Miss Diane.
And thank you for the beautiful handmade earrings as well.
And she said she and her daughter made this.
Mm-hmm. I think it's really neat for families that do crafts together. You know, my niece is coming tomorrow, actually, and she and I have always done crafts together. Like we will find things to create, and I think that it's no different probably this week too. Aw. So this is one that got opened as well. But look, it says Dixie, and it's a little like insert that you can put. That's really pretty. That could go in the fence or the gate, or thank you very much.
If we knew how to tack weld, you could actually paint that the same color as you painted the Longhorn,
Oh yeah.
and then tack weld it on there.
Oh.
So it would be like at the gate for Dixieland, it could just be a real pretty Dixie. But we have to learn how to tack weld or buy some of that JB weld, which
I
is
bet
like
we
a
can
glue
find some.
that sort of like glues things like welding. Guys, there's like 5 more packages if you have time. I know we've been way over our hour. And everyone knows that Facebook says, yeah, keep it under an hour. We're going to find a way to punish you.
So this says, so very sorry for your loss of sweet Dixie. When the wind blows and the chimes sound, it will be Dixie letting you know she's near. From Shannon. Y'all are crazy, thoughtful, and kind, and hold on, I just dropped part of that. There's little horse carabiners inside of here. And I can't get it all out, but hold on a second. It is a horse wind chime. That's beautiful. Sorry, that was going to go on the greenhouse, I think.
Yeah, it should go in the greenhouse.
Thank you. What a sweet message, too. What about that box?
I'm getting to the point where I can't keep moving around so much. I'm ready to sit back.
Couple more, babe. Couple more. That's to me?
Yep.
I think this white one is probably to you.
These 3 are for you.
Oh boy. Y'all, you don't have
And
to do
one
this.
for
I
me.
hope that you do know that this is not required or necessary. We're grateful. We're so grateful. But man, I'm clearing out the sinuses tonight. My tear ducts and all the above. Oh look, this is to Lester and Jamie.
Oh.
Can you open these while I talk? Is that possible?
Yeah. All right.
It says, I was so sorry for your loss of Dixie. I had these mugs made for you so you could have morning coffee with her. I had the same experience with helping my horse, Blue, across the Rainbow Bridge, and I know how hard it was. I love all your shows on Facebook and YouTube, and I've watched all the Morrow family. They really make me laugh and giggle. Your efforts for rescuing dogs is so heartwarming. Keep doing what you do best. Loving the animals. Give them all a hug for me. Sincere, Susan. Thank you, Miss Susan.
We will drink from those tomorrow morning, and let's go live while we do. Oh, tomorrow's a work day for you. We have to go early.
No, I took off. Remember?
Oh, you're off because of your family coming in. Yay, we can go live tomorrow morning with our new coffee mugs.
Well, expect to see a puffy face from all this dang crying tonight.
So let's talk, if you want to, about the decision that you made when you made it to go ahead and call out Dr. Cochran and to put Dixie down with what we hope is class and dignity. Because everyone, I think that most people who've had a dog or a cat or any animal knows that at some point it has to happen, and many folks hold on, I think, way too long, and because of their own personal. So I think it took a lot of courage from you, because I know that I was probably, I don't know how you would see me, the role that I played in that decision. If I was helpful or if I was discouraging.
You know, there were times when, let me back up. Dixie got really sick in December, to the point that we didn't think she was going to make it through the weekend. And I think in times we balance each other out versus the emotion and the realist. And I think that's one of the benefits of us, is that when one of us is losing it and thinking with their heart, the other person is the logic.
Voice of reason.
Yes. I usually think I play that a lot more, but it turns out in this situation it was you. And
well, can I say one thing that I worried about?
Yes.
So, Dixie, I'll hold your hand. Dixie would sometimes go inside of her stall or the loafing shed and spend hours there. And I told Jamie that if Dixie does end up dying, taking her last breath inside the loafing shed, then two things are going to have to happen that we don't want to see happen. I mean, number one is just kind of the physical feat of trying to get her out of the loafing shed, which would require hooking her up to a tractor and dragging her. And guys, no one wants to see anyone that you love, animal or human or anything else, drug around. And then number two, we knew that either burying or cremating would require her to be in a certain location. And let's be honest. We knew she was going to die. We all knew she was going to die. We wanted to make sure that it was.
I didn't want her to suffer. And I felt like she came back after that December sickness and bounced back. And we had good months in there. And then when she would go down or get sick again, I felt like any time that she came back from it was less than before.
Yeah.
And Dr. Cochran,
which is what the vet told us all along. She's never going to have as good a day as she had yesterday. Every day would be worse than the one before.
And she told me that, she goes, when you look at her quality of life, if she can no longer be a horse, and when you look at her and her days are suffering, and you have to give her, she needs so much more than what nature is providing her, that's when you'll know. And she'll tell you. And boy, did she tell me.
Yeah, she told us.
And it was about a week before when she started to really get lost in the woods, and bringing her home was like, all of a sudden you could see it click in her head, like, oh yeah, I do know where I'm at. And in that, watching her struggle to breathe and really struggle with the heat, I knew that there was no way that right now, if Dixie was alive, she would be the most miserable and it would discourage her as a horse.
I think that a lot of times people hold on for a selfish hold on type reason. But I think that what we did for Dixie was realize that we put ourselves into her situation, and we knew that it was not the best thing for her. And that took a lot of courage on your part. And so we did. We made the appointment, and I will say that Dr. Cochran was just such a professional. Normally, she's a jokester. We have a lot of fun with her. We really like her as a human, as a person. And on that particular day, when she and her assistant showed up, it was very professional. It was by the book. It was letting us know off to the side what was going to happen, what to expect, so as there be no surprises. She encouraged us to walk Dixie to our favorite spot, her favorite spot, and we did that. And it was a very simple procedure. And Dixie laid straight down and took her last breath with all of us there by her side in her vicinity.
I held her head in my hands and I looked right in her eyes.
So she was pain free. I mean, it was that fast, and she was pain free. And I think that there are a lot of people who hope that they can find a way out of this world in as much honor and dignity and class as what we, allowed Dixie to leave. She never struggled. She never struggled for air, for breath, she simply walked to the shade, and we did it right there. And so I think that was probably the most courageous thing that you had to do, because I always told you, you will make the call, not me. I will support and I'll encourage. But what we did not want to do was have to end up taking down half of our loafing shed and then dragging her. We never wanted to see her drug anywhere. That would have broken us, y'all.
But it was so wild at the end, though, because, Dr. Cochran said that, when they finished their morning, they would head out. It was like Dixie knew. She knew the timeline, and she waited. And in those last moments, I'm trying to brush her and just spend every last minute with her. And in those moments, I could feel her getting anxious, and not anxious in a nervous way, anxious, please, can we just do this?
Yeah, just go.
And it was
done.
So wild.
She said our goodbye. She had said her goodbyes, and she was ready. And she wasn't spooked when Dr. Cochran showed up. She wasn't jittery or nervous. She's just like, hey, Doc, go ahead, right here in my neck.
She did. She was fine with walking over. She was fine. They first give her a sedative similar to when they go to do dental work, and that's what makes them lay down. And then they give them the euthanasia,
lethal injection,
the lethal injection to make their heart stop. And I sang to her.
It was a beautiful moment. And then Dr. Cochran and I think it was Savannah who was here were just both very respectful. And they knew that this was a moment that we're going to put all jokes aside. And I remember the release of your relief.
It was so. I didn't even realize it happened until you called it out. You're like, I haven't seen you smile in weeks. And
yeah, you knew that she was at peace. And then, of course, the cremation part was what we had always known was, we know what we're doing as far as that goes. And I'm sorry to say it's from experience, but that was seamless. There was no qualms. It was just a real simple matter, and everything cleaned up beautiful. And I don't know if you've ever shown any videos of that area, but the craziest thing, go ahead, talk about it.
Something special happened where Dixie was cremated. So that had been a previous spot where a hay bale had been, and then where Dixie and Beverly would roll in the dirt. And it had been dirt, and
it was a dry lot for a reason. It was a dry lot.
And so after we cremated her, Lester got everything cleaned up, and I have a container of Dixie's ashes and everything like that. But after about a week, all of a sudden, the entire area sprouted again. We haven't had rain.
It was clover. It was a horse's favorite treat. It's clover.
We didn't plant anything, but clover grew. Cry again.
Clover. Where do you find clover around here?
The most beautiful green circle of growth is right where Dixie was cremated, right where she passed, and there's no explanation for it other than it's her.
And so. Yeah, so Dixieland is going to be the name of those pastures over there. But yeah, that took a lot of courage. This is for you. There
okay.
You go. We're almost done. down to our final couple
We
of packages.
promised that we were going to do this tonight because I just hadn't had the courage to do it by myself. Oh. So this is a it's called a Wear Felicity bracelet, and you look through it. Man, those fireworks.
They're still so far away that it's not bad at all. Our animals are not struggling.
I have to stop crying
whatsoever.
to see this. Hold on a second here. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I was.
I will say that our ostriches went over into that pasture and ate every one of those clover up.
That's a picture of Dixie in there.
That's a
Can you
picture of
see
Dixie?
it?
Oh my God. I don't know how.
It's so tiny.
Oh, I can. Yes. It's you and Dixie.
Isn't that sweet?
That's beautiful.
Thank you so much. It doesn't tell me who it's from, but
Okay.
thank you
Okay.
very much.
This is also for you.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, our birds went into that pasture after I finally opened the pasture back
I
up,
ordered that too.
and they ate them clover up like it was the best thing ever.
It's so crazy though.
They thought that was like a gift to them. That was Dixie's way of saying, "Here you go,
Yeah,
y'all.
right. Like
You
Dixie's like,
birds,
here's
eat
my
up and
parting
enjoy."
gift. Oh boy, this is pretty neat. This comes from my friend Karen. She sent me some conspiracy theory books.
Yeah, Jamie and her conspiracy theories. I swear.
Oh, I'm trying
I'll
to
go
get
ahead
it
and
open.
start opening mine. This is the last one, by the way.
It is
It is.
awesome. How cool is this? I have much reading to do now.
Sheesh.
Maybe we'll get to talk about it on next Tuesday if I can find some time. Thank y'all. Thank you, Miss Karen. That's awesome.
Well, I will say that the sender of this,
Loves tape.
well, it actually says Lester and Jamie.
Okay.
And I can't see how this is so small. This is who it's from. So it's kind of for both of us. Oh, did I give you this already?
No.
There's one more.
Oh.
Here you go. Man, I got a lot of work to do now with all this cleanup. What is all of this? Oh, Lord. Farm fresh butt nuggets. Okay.
They're
That
dead
was
to him,
obviously
didn't you know?
a Jamie thing. Yeah, they are so dead to me. What does that say?
Yes, I really do need all these plants.
Yes, I really do need all these plants.
I do.
Gosh, that's a real sickness. Y'all do know that, right? All of these chickens are a real sickness.
Oh, I thought you were going to say all these plants. I'm like, it is not.
She shed. There's nothing about Lester in this at all. This is all Jamie.
No, I think that was directly
No,
was directed to
those
you.
are all Jamie, and absolutely all Jamie. Now here's a piece of PVC pipe. That might be for me. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, I have a feeling something's in there.
Probably.
Aw. Your wings were ready, but our hearts were not. That's true.
Can you read this? Ooh.
7 rules of life. Let it go. Never ruin a good day by thinking about a bad yesterday. Ignore them. Don't listen to other people. Live a life that's empowering to you. Give it time. Time heals everything. Don't compare. The only person you should try to beat is the person that you were yesterday. Stay calm. It's okay to not have everything figured out. Know that in time, you'll get there. It's on you. Only you are in charge of your happiness. And smile. Life is short. Enjoy it while you have it. I love that.
If that's not exactly some of the things that we try to live by, man, it's harder for me than it is for Jamie. I'm a people pleaser by nature. I've learned that about myself. That's just kind of one of my personality traits. And I struggle when I feel like I'm letting somebody down, which is not really a bad thing. Have you ever noticed on an interview question, sometimes they'll ask you things. This is funny because you have one of these. Sometimes in an interview scenario, they'll ask you a question that could be a negative, but you find a way to turn it into a positive. So, for example, if they were to ask Jamie at an interview, what is the one thing about yourself that you have a hard time, whatever? Jamie will say, I just can't say no. I just say yes to everything. I'm just that, which to them is like, yes. She will say yes to overtime. She will say yes to putting in more hours. She'll say yes to travel because she can't say no. And so ultimately, even though it's an interview and they're trying to find a negative about you, you turn a negative into a positive, right?
True.
And so I have not really learned that yet, but things like this are
I think
truly
that's really awesome.
Yeah, I do too. Because it's really a way to turn. There's several things in here. Help me.
I want to read my letter
Oh, you got a letter.
with
Do
that glass. It says, I'm so sorry about Dixie. I cried right along with you and Lester. I felt the same way when I had to put my best friend down. It seems like I needed him more than he needed me. I made this Libby glass jar for you, hoping it will make you feel better. I know it can't ease the pain, but she knows she was loved. I love the whole family's videos, and it makes my day to get up and have one waiting for me. Maybe you can have a drink with Dixie on your Timeout Tuesday and feel connected. Love and hugs, Sue.
Well, today's that day. We're having plenty of drinks with Dixie.
We are.
This is for you for when you want to sift through the sand in your garden.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. I have another poster here I gotta figure out how to open.
Same. I crossed the rainbow bridge knowing that I was loved.
Oh.
I can't read all of that because it's way too small.
That's really sweet.
God saw you getting tired. A
cure was,
not,
not,
to be. So he put his arms around you and whispered, come with me.
Oh.
With tearful eyes, we watched you and saw you fade away. Although we loved you dearly, we could not make you stay. A golden heart stopped beating, your tender hands at rest. God took you home to prove to us he only takes the best.
That reminds me of how I wasn't gonna cut Dixie's tail. I felt like, number one, doing that while she was alive made her feel like less, or that was all she was worth, or things like that. And whenever I told Dr. Cochran that afterwards, she said, you're not going to cut the tail. And I said, no. She goes, well, there's a saying that horse people say is that
all good horses have
all the good horses
in heaven have short tails.
Are running around with cut off tails. And at that point, there was no way on earth that I was going to let my Dixie go to heaven with her full tail, because she was an amazing horse.
Go ahead.
This is another horse saying here, and it's very common. I thought of you today, and that's nothing new. I thought of you yesterday, and days before that too. I think of you in silence. I often speak your name. All I have are memories and your pictures in a frame. Your memories a keepsake from which I'll never part. God has you in his arms, and I have you in my heart. Thank you.
And then the last thing in that same box was just kind of like words to live by. Just a few of them are: you're brave, you're enough, your words are meaningful, you're the best at being you, don't be afraid to be yourself. And it goes on with probably 20 different things that you can kind of use to confirm and reaffirm who you are. This was a very powerful Timeout Tuesday. Normally it's lighthearted. There's a lot of laughter, joy. I don't think people cry.
I'll cry every once in a while. There's been some tears ones.
There's tears in their beers, Jamie. Is that what you're saying?
There's a tear in my beer because I'm crying
for you, dear.
You are on my lonesome mind. Anyway.
So that was beautiful, and thank you for allowing me to be a part of it.
Thank you for joining and holding my hand through this.
I know why I'm here, because all my stuff to clean up. I am excited about my rubber boots, even though it's so darn dry right now. I won't be wearing them anytime soon.
Wow. Everybody is incredibly thoughtful, and if you sent gifts and didn't see them here tonight, please know that they'll be shown in other videos that of being put to use and other things. Like I tried to explain in the beginning about doing gifting goodies and how we kind of swayed from that, and how it just felt awkward to.
We don't want to be that kind of channel that acts like we ask of things. We just, I mean, I'll say it again and again, and it will be my dying words. We're not going to be that kind of channel that asks you for your money or your donations or your anything. We are blessed to have your presence, and I'm guessing presence.
CE.
You get what I'm saying, right? Just the fact that you look forward to spending time with us. And then I'll say one thing that I think that we probably feel the same about, and I don't know if we've ever actually verbalized this, but this is going to sound really dumb, but I know that you and me don't really have a lot of personal friends. We don't. You and I have kind of, we don't have a lot of personal friends, but there are so many people that I'm reading names in the comments that I feel like I kind of like know them on a personal level. I've never met you. I'll probably never in my life get a chance to meet you and shake your hand or put my arms around you for a hug. We'll never have a chance to talk one-on-one across the table. But I do feel like I know you, and I think that you know me. And I'm going to start crying again. And I think that we need that. And I know that I appreciate that. And so we go live or we make a video and you just feel like you're doing it for your friends. You're the same way you go out there and shoot a video to send to your friends or your family.
Well, I feel like exactly like I feel like when I make a video that I'm making the same video for Xander as I am for our our family and friends that are a part of this journey with us. I don't feel like I'm making it for strangers. And in fact, I said that in a video the other day. I said, all the other creators I know say, hey, y'all, this is Stephanie from the Denman Homestead, or this is Brienne at Life on Morrow Hill. I don't introduce myself every time because I feel like I know who I'm talking with and sharing my day with already. And
did you make fun of, hey, folks, Lester here? Because that's like my thing. I don't know how to start a video without saying, hey, folks, Lester here.
No, all I said was that I said, is it weird that I don't introduce myself in the video? I didn't degrade anyone for doing it. That's their style. I just had never thought about like, should I be introducing myself at the beginning of my videos? And that's when I realized that when I make a video, just like you said, I feel like I'm making it for you specifically, you who I've messaged back and forth with, you who cares enough to say, Jamie, there's a spammer on your account, or you who sends the sweet compliments, or the, hey Jamie, you did this wrong, or Jamie, did you know your makeup was smeared all the way up to your eyebrow in this video? All of those things, I feel like I feel connected. And as Lester said, I don't have friends. I don't have friends that come and hang out in the afternoon and visit. And I don't know, we kind of have done that to ourselves in the fact of we're really busy people and we've chosen this life.
Hey, I'm happy if you are. I am completely content with my select group of friends right here on the channel.
I agree.
But no, I think that there's something special that you get when you can become friends with the people that you identify and associate with. And that's what happens in real life. You don't always realize it, but you find people that you identify with, that people that are like you, people that you like, that you enjoy.
I think people that have gone through similar experiences.
You have things in common and you share, common, interest, and you share experiences. And so all of those things have brought us together for some reason. We say that we're all survivors of something. And even though I don't think everyone here has gone through a horrific hurricane flood or any kind of sexual abuse as a child, the way you have, or the things that have gone on with me. But I think that all of us here have overcome something that has really put us in a tough spot. And we've had to fight tooth and nail to get ourselves out of that. And maybe we're still fighting today. And that is what unifies us and brings us together. Man, I'm smart when I drink. Have you noticed how smart my words are coming out? I'm sitting here saying, who the freak am I?
It's Jim who's talking.
Who the freak am I? That's Jim. That's my friend Jim.
This is Jim. This is no longer Lester.
Who am I? I don't normally say smart things, and this is coming out so smart. It makes me think if I should drink every gosh darn day. Jamie, I might start my day out. It's no more coffee for me.
Just Tuesdays.
I may just start out with Jim Beam.
We just lost Facebook.
We lost Facebook. Well, I think that we're done anyway.
We are.
I'm just going to tip my hat because that's what I do.
Y'all, thank you so much for being a part of our lives and for giving us the greatest gift of all, which is your time. We love you so very much and are incredibly blessed to be a part of your life. And we hope to see you on the next video. Thanks so much.
Tomorrow, same time, same place.